All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we are, next series of the day, Comanche versus Effect here. Now, this is a final matchup here for the Skin Cup Coin Skin, excuse me. SkinCoin, that's what it is. SkinCoin WCA tournament. It took a while, but I got there eventually. Anyways, a SkinCoin WCA tournament here. The winner of this will advance on to the main portion of the event, where, again, ultimately 8 teams are competing for a couple of land spots, as well as what is just over a $50,000 prize pool in this regional event. And again, that's taking place later on this week, into next week, in fact. And looking forward to being here for the coverage. I'm BreakyCPK, of course, and joined by ZrRock here as my co-caster. As we are getting to the draft real quickly, if you type ! SkinCoin in chat, you can get more information. But SkinCoin.org, it's a cryptocurrency new in the esports world where you can trade in for your favorite CSGO and even, of course, Dota 2 skins on top of that. So definitely check it out, guys. Here we go. This is game number 1 of this best of 3. So I was under the impression that they were actually going to be starting the first game because, again, the default time was about an hour and a half ago. But they did actually decide to wait. So, it's, I guess, in a sense, more Dota for us, which is cool. But the players, to say the least, they were waiting around.
Not very happy.
Yeah, they're a little restless there in the lobby. But when you're sitting in a lobby for an hour or so, it's understandable. But we got a game finally.
That we do. And a lot of first bans coming out here. Veno normally seen ban, Night Stalker, AA, Necro. All of these have been seen as first bans recently. All of them going to get picked in the first phase. So a lot of heroes that see a lot of attention we'll finally get to see on the battlefield.
There we do. Effect here. They're coming in with the 2-1 victory over what was Spartak yesterday. I did notice here. I'll say off the bat here real quickly, as the draft is developing,
10 seconds
those
remaining.
Comanche flags, man, those are pretty freaking cool. I'm not going to lie.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Those are one of the first custom ones I've seen that's done like that.
A lot of people don't take the time to, because it lets you use a PNG image, so you can actually make them transparent if you do it right, which is how theirs is customized.
Yeah.
Most teams just dump a logo on there and it's fine, but that is actually really well done.
Yeah, it is. It's you can see through it. And it's just cool. So props to them first off the bat for that. So I am noticing it's not a ticketed game, by the way, too. We might actually have a remake after this to take care of that, but they are, of course, going to do the draft to keep it moving along here. As we mentioned earlier, we want to get this going. All right, so the draft, though. Venomancer, Night Stalker, Ancient Apparition, Necrophos. We got the 3rd pick now for Comanche. And it is a Earth Spirit for them coming out here. So,
yep, an Earth Spirit coming in here. They need some CC, though. We've seen a lot of drafts where people will go AA or Necro and not have any stuns really to follow it up. Yes, Earth Spirit has one, but definitely look to see something like a Shaker getting picked up from Comanche for their offlane role. Something I'm very surprised made it through the second phase of bans.
Radiant team pick.
Bane coming out. All right. Not one we get to see often, but I personally like this hero. I understand why he's not seen, but I do like it. And so that's something.
10 seconds
But as far as this potential...
I guess with Breaky's expert opinion backing the hero, it's gotta be good. Bane's terrible. The only cool thing he can do right now is Nightmare or Reaper Sight if he times it right. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's just so single target focused. It needs its levels. Its mana costs are very, very high. There's not a lot going on the plus column for Bane. It used to be that he traded really well in lane, but now Shadow Shaman does that even better.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when it comes to being the king of crowd control, he's obviously up there with the best of them. You could argue, because literally all 4 of his, I guess 3 of his 4 abilities are some form of crowd control. Then you got the brain sap there for the nice damage and turnaround potential, and it's an effective tool in the earlier laning phase even. So, yeah, that's where his strength can lay. But yeah, as the game picks up, getting a good Fiend script off can prove to be very difficult. Although, with the Night Stalker pairing, I feel like they can definitely roam around pretty effectively here, especially at that nighttime. and trying to set up some ganks.
5
Just
seconds
like Veno
remaining.
thrives in 5v5s, right? Where he gets Poison Novas off, his Poison Dots are just ticking on everybody. Those other two heroes do terrible in 5v5s. They're just not good there. But this Comanche draft is coming together real nice. This Chaos Knight pick is going to give them massive pick-off potential. It still helps the team fight. I really like this pick. Someone's getting deleted if this game goes late.
Mm-hmm. That's a fair point there. It's just one of those cases of like Night Stalker's just too good to pass up in a lot of people's minds, and you know Venomancer's obviously good for his own right, but then yeah, maybe though if you have the Venomancer core, you perhaps want to go more of a support that is going to be of assistance when it comes to said team fights. But gonna try the ganking route here, but yeah, Chaos Knight in response for Comanche,
Radiant team
as in what
back.
you expect to be their one position, of course, and naturally.
I thought that was Techie's at first when he was coming out of the spawn box.
Is Techie's even eligible yet? I don't think he is.
No, I don't think so.
Thank God.
But yeah, so Gyro. We've seen Core Gyro. It
10
won the
seconds
last couple
remaining.
times we've seen it. Obviously, really strong team fight right at level
5
6.
seconds
Can
remaining.
do alright in the mid game, but still
Dire
suffers from
team
falling
back.
off on the damage end on the in the very late game. So, how is this not just a battle to Earthshaker right now? Both of these teams really need some AoE control.
Earthshaker is still there. And likely more
10
to
seconds
happen
remaining.
for, I guess either side still need their offlane, don't they? So, excuse me.
5 seconds remaining.
That's a hero that definitely could be contested. I mean, Effect has the first pick of these last two picks, so they definitely don't need to ban him here. They could just ban something else and
Dire
pick. And
team pick.
they banned Queen of Pain, which is actually very curious.
So they're feeling an aggro tri-lane here.
Okay.
And they're thinking they're going to tri-lane AA or Spirit CK, and then you could run Queen of Pain or Necro solo save.
10 seconds
All
remaining.
right, well, we'll see if they're right on that or not, but now they have their own pick.
How
to
do
pick out.
you not just snap pick Earthshaker? I'm really not understanding this.
Earthshaker's not the thing now, man.
Yes, it is. It's still got like a 70% pick fan.
Those changes that happened to him, just a couple days ago,
Yeah.
right? That we
Just destroyed him.
totally looked
Yeah.
over. Yeah, no, he's definitely still a top tier pick, and from the last series to this one, he's definitely not getting the attention that you'd expect. But I mean, Effect.
It's even pretty good AoE into CK then, because then you have Call Down and Echo Slam.
That's what I was thinking of. Anything, yeah, he's great for that purpose, but brings all that team fight. Nice ranged tool to get those
team
ganks
pick.
in, and
Maybe. Wow.
they go more single target. It seems like a very unorganized lineup. I do agree there. Like, you got the Gyrocopter Venomancer for big team fight potential, and then it's Bane, Nightstalker, Doom, all heavy single
10
target
seconds
focus.
remaining.
Heroes coming out.
I
so.
mean, the idea behind a lineup like this is
5
you
seconds
chuck the
remaining.
AoEs into the middle, it splits people up, and then you utilize your single target to kind of pick that lineup apart. Like, if you throw the call down right in the middle of a fight, people are going to scatter, and the ones that run towards you, you just Fiend's Grip and try to beat into. But if Comanche picks a well-rounded AoE stun here, Sand King, Earthshaker, anything like that, I just don't know how Effect wins the team fight if Comanche initiates.
Mhm.
Like, if they just get the jump, it's so crippling.
Been thinking about that final pick. Darkseer maybe comes to mind as an option here for that offlane for Comanche. But again, if they're going to be running an aggressive trial lane, then maybe a different direction. Magnus, would he be good here?
It'd be okay.
Power's okay for Chaos Knight.
Just seems like a worse shaker, though.
And then there's Earthshaker, yes.
Using all of the reserve time to figure this one out. Well,
Choose your hero.
Wow.
it's gonna be a solo safe Necro then, I'm assuming.
Okay, wow. Yeah, that's definitely not one I would have expected, but
Maybe it's offlane Invoker. Like, not even trolling here. Quaswex Invoker?
think so.
I've seen teams do it. It's it's definitely a pain to pay attention to and bring down. With Ghost Walk early on, Tornado EMP if he gets a couple levels, it can be a struggle. But I don't even know, man. I don't know.
Unfortunately, we can't see who's playing what because again, it's not ticketed. So I guess we know Mag and Sadoy, a couple of the players at
10
least. But
seconds remaining.
They're definitely them.
those guys are those guys.
5
We are
seconds
trying to get
remaining.
confirmation on the rehost. To be honest, I'm actually in obviously the chat with the admins here. Okay, they are deciding to rehost, so we are going to get it rehosted on the ticket.
I can't wait to see the player chat when we rehost this game.
They're going to be thrilled.
Oh,
Absolutely thrilled. Coming into this game, the odds suggesting that that Effect is a fairly good favorite in this matchup. But I mean, looking at the Wikipedia, yeah, Comanche has been a organization for a while. It seems like in the CIS region, but they have a lot of rosters that they shuffle through over time.
Yeah.
So just another iteration here.
Now, to be fair, both of these teams pretty much went undefeated. Comanche, I think, dropped one game in groups, but then they both 2-0'd their playoff series. Wait, no, they didn't. Double Dimension won that one in super long games. So, yeah, okay.
It was
So we
2-1,
are remaking?
yeah, for Comanche. Again, the admin said that we were remaking, so I'm going off what the admin's saying, but now it's a matter of are they relaying that to the players or... So we'll play the waiting game with them. I ain't going to say anything. We are just sitting in the pause for now. I noticed that, yeah, you do see it there.
Yeah.
They're speaking in another language, so I'm not sure what the discussion is going on. I'm sure it has to do something on the remake here. But we got this series, and then the final series of the day will be set to be SFT Esports versus Team Moriarty. Again, SFT, man, that team has kind of just exploded onto the European region. And
Yeah.
they even had the run of the ESL Majors. They not only defeated OG on the way to making it to the finals of the ESL Major qualifiers, they did lose to Secret in fairly dominating fashion, to be honest. Secret 3-0'd them pretty handily, but man, I mean, getting there in the first place, defeating OG, defeating Tuho first before that, I mean, that's something. And they got Kingwin in the semifinals. What's proven to be a very solid team as well. Definitely do not overlook these guys as the season moves on here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're a team to look out for, and they're a good example too of a new team, an open qualifier team that is making use of all these events going on. And as spectators, we need to, not need to, but almost like appreciate the fact that there are all these events and opportunities for these teams, and expect more of these teams to kind of start rising like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's only anything but is healthy here. So, yeah, here we go, as expected.
Yeah.
The reaction's not too happy, but it's one of those, like, the quicker we do this, I mean, so it's like, I don't know what the complaining's going to do here, but...
Yeah, if we just got this rehosted and started,
they're just going.
we'd be
Like,
there.
they don't even care.
Is Ben not, like, putting his foot down on this?
God, guys, the players are just resuming, so are we going or not? I mean, again, I'm not an admin here, so I'm not going to talk to these players, but I will tell the admins.
I'm just doing it because it's fun to poke the CIS players. They get really upset.
Again, I definitely can't blame them here, but all right. I mean, the game is starting, so maybe we're just going to resume with this one, and we're just going to keep at it at this point. But we have Invoker. Is he? No, the way he built looks like he's more than likely. He did go Exort first, so is going to be a mid Invoker right here. Instead, they're going to have Necrophos in the off lane. Probably with their spirit.
Definitely risky. Necro could really struggle to get any CS here, or even any
30
XP.
seconds to battle.
Doom's shaping up to be in the off lane, so the Mag Doom coming out here. And Night Stalker will be protecting middle Venomancer. most likely.
I think he just needs to start top. You can keep this Necro at level 1 for a very long time.
Oh yeah, take advantage of him being up here by himself, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Make him pay. Again, Bane's definitely a solid support option in a lane like this. The idea of the brain sap and some decent right-click damage.
But is he though? Because yeah, he can trade fine with brain sap, but he doesn't do anything else until he gets level 2, which then adds Nightmare. Like, his CC does very, very little to no damage. So it's just one of those odd scenarios where he takes 2 skills to do what a lot of heroes can do in 1.
Nothing for your troubles.
Well, we'll kind of see how much he's able to prevent the Necrophos from doing well up here. But for now, Night Stalker is in the middle lane. You see Bane positioning himself even behind the Necro. Gonna definitely start doing some decent damage. You have Gyrocopter. Currently doesn't have a skill point yet, but would think what? Okay, well he goes homing missile first. Just launches one out. Here we go. Dink.
If
Got
this
him.
is a full trial lane, he's taking Rocket Barrage every time, but with the Night Stalker sitting middle, it's just a slightly better zoning tool. It means he can keep farming without having to chase the Necro around. Look at his starting items though. 4 branches.
Yeah, 8 tangos, 4 branches. He's ready to regen if necessary. I feel like that's a little bit of
gonna
an
be real close.
That's a kill, isn't it? Wow.
Yep.
How much damage does that homing missile do?
A lot.
Oh my god.
If he runs away, it's 125 damage. And it's like a 2-second stun if he runs from it.
Nothing.
It's like the slowest developing kill right there. I thought for sure he was just going to be fine. And then all of a sudden, he's not. Homing missile, man. That caught
Yeah,
Necrophos off guard.
if he just ran right at the missile, it's not even close. Like, he just walks away from it fine. But thinking he was going to be okay, slightly overstepping his bounds.
That was interesting right there. Neko trying to pull, but Bane actually nightmares him to Diago the creep wave, and then on top of that, Gyrocopter pulls over the creep wave to pick up the farm there. So, solid reaction on the part of Effect. Is that Effect? No, that's... God damn it. Yes, it is Effect. Effect is on the dire side. Mag, bottom lane, Cold Feet not going to go off. That was a stun, came a little bit too late. I think it was out of range though initially, or line of sight if anything, but they still get the kill as our Spirit helps with that. Invoker dies middle lane though, by the way. Wow. How did he die? That was Venomancer and Night Stalker still there.
Yeah, dual lane pressure. Didn't go 1-1-1, so...
Oh god. It
Oh,
happened.
boy.
This is what I was really afraid of, that...
Yeah, it's starting and... Wow, Mag. Oh, boy.
I don't know what to say. I mean... I don't want to get involved here. Like, I'm not an
That's the
admin.
thing.
So
We're not admins here.
I'm not-
We're a contracted casting group. This is not our fight. It's just something we get to sit back and honestly just kind of laugh about. It's not our place. They can kill Necker here.
We're gonna go for it again.
Oh,
Necro.
he doesn't have mana for homing missile.
Meanwhile, Mag dies bottom lane, and yeah, he's fine, obviously. Regroups, turns around. That's pushing them back here. Middle lane, Invoker with the cold snaps, the Exort. Oh, that's going to miss, actually. However, Ryujin here on the Invoker. He goes down first. The man fight from Venomancer secures it in the end. Here comes Earth Spirit a little bit late. He's trying to maybe get Veno, but obviously that's not going to connect. He's already backing off. That's taking a man fight with Venomancer that early on. It's risky.
That was so close. The Forge Spirit despawned. It ran out of duration. Or the Veno dies first. That was so close.
Chaos Knight power treads. Almost finished.
And this Invoker, like, pure offense right here. No points in Wex, so he doesn't have that backup Ghost Walk option available to him.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, just going the full Quas Exort here. As far as Sunstrike kills coming out, I mean, Sunstrike, especially with the Necrophos, it's definitely could potentially be a beautiful combo. with the Reaper Scythe setting up a stun, if anything, on top of the Sunstrike, and ideally the Sunstrike gets first and the Reaper Scythe to kill him.
Even in just lane phase, Chaos Bolt into Sunstrike when there's Chilling Touch on people should be a kill on anybody.
Ooh, they're diving deep here. It is nighttime, so trying to take advantage of that, and they do on Earth Spirit. He's dead. Great Zap assisting there. Meow. Playing the Venomancer. Credit for the kill. Invoker, he just simply got back.
They just wanted to kill that Invoker. Right, meow.
Right, meow.
I love Super Troopers.
Is it number 2, man? It's coming. It's going to be a horrible movie, I'm sure, but...
Can't be worse than Chips.
It's going to be hilarious at the same time. Did you actually use money or spend money to see Chips?
No.
Okay. Scared me there for a second. Chaos Knight, though.
Man.
He is doing well, and I'm guessing we're going to see an armlet out of him most likely.
Yeah, I have to imagine so. Just put the pressure on, get a bunch of stats early on. Might be drums, but I would guess armlet. Yeah, Doom already with his extremely low base armor. Only 1 armor right now with a Torment Shield. He just melts.
Yeah. Caught that middle lane. Venomancer, that's a great combo from Earth Spirit rolling in, and what is Bane's plan here? Okay, they're rotating around, that's why. It's like, what is he just doing running at them? But here comes the Night Stalker and that Doom. Nice boulder smash on 3, though. Is it enough? Probably not. A Scorched Earth and being nighttime, they're just too fast.
How did Bane get that kill?
He did get credit, you're right.
Dire's
I guess just his
bottom
auto
tower is
attack
under
hit at the
attack.
right moment there.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, they find Invoker, though.
Illusion.
And Invoker is continuing to be a struggle here in this middle lane. Again,
Radiant are scanning.
the final pick of the game, that's always something to look out for whenever your final pick of the game is struggling like this. Let's kind of look at that. Call down bottom, by the way.
It's an easy recovery, though. You just get him a Sunstriker, too. But that's a huge rotation.
Yeah.
Like, this is what won C-Deck all of their games in their long TI run. Their gyro hit 6, and he snap ported to the safe lane and ulted. Like, this was a huge tempo gain for them in every game they picked it. And very, very nice to see that same kind of play coming out here from this effect team.
So, good rotation. Gyrocopter, not a hero we get to see often, but clearly Sidoi comfortable on it. Making that rotation. Using the call down effectively. Both charges hit. And now you have this is what we're talking about, the lineup of effect where they got these great roaming heroes, especially at nighttime, coming together. And they find yet another call. The awkward timing. Oh boy. Well, he's still dead. Middle lane. Middle lane, meanwhile, Earth Spirit going in. The Poison Nova in reaction, though. Now Earth Spirit has to run. So does Invoker. Brain Sap hit. The silence comes out. Doesn't have mana for the Void, but Mag's here. And there we go. The Infernal Blade. Not even necessary, actually. Just simple auto attack. Do him in. Rotations are working here.
Rough lanes right now for Comanche.
Under
They had an
attack.
okay handle. They were getting kills bottom consistently, and as soon as these rotations started coming out, everything crumbled.
So Chaos Knight. Wait, he used Phantasm recently. Huh. Wonder if he's just using it to farm and push out or something, but...
No, I think he was using it when they ganked him bottom.
Oh,
he was trying to get a kill when they turned.
Seemed more recent than that. Anyways, whatever. He's going to try to pull right here. The armlet is toggled up for him, but Gyrocopter. Ring of Aquila almost finished. Look at Bane down here, smoked up. He does have Fiend's Grip as well. So, especially this early on, Fiend's Grip, oh, he's going to open right here. Yeah, as he was reality rifting. The boulder smash will eventually stop. He got a decent duration out of it, though. And Chaos Knight is going to end up dying here. Gold feet procs, but it doesn't really matter.
The level differences on the supports are just so massive.
And Earth Spirit, level 4. Silences them up. Night Stalker helps run him down, though. So with that Rocket Barrage spam. A little too much. You see the levels, though, yeah. Ancient Apparition and Earth Spirit both level 4. Hell, Necro's level 5 even. Everyone else 6+.
And there's already 6 on Night Stalker. Like,
Yeah.
This is looking real bad for Comanche. I really don't know how they even find the levels to get back in this in the next few minutes. The Tome will obviously help a lot, but who do you even give it to? Like, it has to be AA. You've got to get that ult up and running, but you're struggling to connect so much with anything. As you said, this Invoker's fallen totally flat. He's gonna die again.
He is. I mean, he has no getaway here. He does have. He had Ghost Walk queued up even, ready to go, but the silence just connected too quickly.
Radiant's middle tower
And he
is
couldn't
under
use it in
attack.
time, so that was right as the darkness running out. Top lane, that was a kill
Radiant's
onto
structures
Doom
are fortified.
from the Chaos Knight there. So
Radiant's bottom tower
finally
is under
something
attack.
positive for Comanche. But yeah, ever since this nighttime has happened, this Night Stalker and the roam of these supporting casts has been very powerful for the Dire team here. And Gyrocopter even, he has a Mask of Madness kit. I just never
Radiant's bottom
am amazed
tower
anymore
is
just
under
by how many
attack while
heroes
scanning.
pick this item up now.
It's so good. Even if you never use it in a team fight, it's value.
What have we here?
It's just
Dire's top tower
so good
is
value.
under attack.
And we're going to see out of heroes from even like the Razor to now a Gyrocopter to, of course, more your traditional,
Radiant's
such as a
bottom
Sven.
tower is under attack.
So many carries. Find it necessary. At this time here.
Radiant are scanning.
Well, Radiant team trying to make use of
Radiant's
a
bottom
bit of their team
tower
fight
is
potential
under
by pushing
attack.
top, but Ancient Apparition is still not level 6, so I think
Radiant's
he did
bottom
take the
tower
tome
has fallen.
because he is almost there.
Dire's top
They're
tower
going to
is
just try to
under
push the
attack.
top tower.
They do
Phantasm
have
already.
it now. So they've got the Phantasm running, they have Reaper, they have Ancient Apparitional. I mean, their lineup is technically online, but it's very difficult for them to connect with anything. If they go on anyone, and this Dire squad's here, Calldown and Poison Over right now are
Dire's
so good
top
just by how
tower
far
is
ahead
under
they are,
attack.
that team fights look really bleak. You have the better team fight lineup on the Radiant, but when you're down this much,
Dire's
it's
structures
incredibly hard
are
to pull off.
fortified.
Oh, Bane. Fiend's
Radiant's
Grip,
bottom
no.
tower
Not in
is
range,
under
although probably
attack.
would have been stunned out. And now actually going to be turned on right here. The Sunstrike kill, the Reaper Scythe, everything used on Bane. Step for 35 seconds. Chaos Knight was picked off during this at the top lane.
Dire's top
I
tower
believe by a
has been
solo
denied.
Gyrocopter. And now Doom is trying to finish off Earth Spirit. He gets kicked back, though. You just see 4 heroes clumped up here at their tier 2 tower on the Radiant side. You just know they're being overwhelmed
Radiant's middle tower
at this
is
point.
under
But yeah,
attack.
solo kill onto the Chaos Knight. That can't
Radiant's
happen
middle
either.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, I mean, it looked pretty bad for Effect the way they just ran in there like that and the Bane got picked, but as soon as you lose the CK, it turned into a +1 as well as they get the mid lane tower. Bonus objectives here, putting Effect up 6,000
Illusion.
gold.
That's a lot of net worth this early on in the game. A pretty steady lead for them. And just no signs of that really changing. I mean, you have a Venomancer, Veil of Discord just about finished. And this is clearly a team that's all about doing the group up and pushing objectives here and getting more hero
Doom coming
kills. No, he didn't use it in time. They have Dust, I'm guessing, though. Somebody?
Sentry.
They have a Sentry. Finally comes out, but it is too far. Oh, no. Well, they're going to turn on the Bane at least.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
real
under
awkward
attack.
play there from Effect. Sentry came in down way too late. Doom not used to open up there.
But Venom's pushing bottom. Gyro's pushing top. So still controlling plenty of the map. And again, you really look at what happened there. I mean, that was 5 heroes, again, coming together to just get a Bane kill. So not to be negative Nancy over here.
Mighty money.
But Effect is still just
Sour
fine.
Steve.
Sour Steve. I don't know what other ones there are. Kind of blanked after that. Never even heard Sour Steve, to be honest. So that was
Me neither. I just kind of got bored and came up with it real quick.
Mad Mike. There you go. Mad Max, I guess, is more.
Radiant's bottom tower
Appropriate.
is under attack.
Anyways, bottom tower, the Plague Ward's level 4. No, actually not even level 4. They're level 3. With the max out Venomous Gale
Bobby.
first.
Melancholy Marvin. There we go.
Jesus,
That's what you're being.
that's just too advanced.
All right. So back to Dota. Necro though is going a first item Rod of Athos, not even finishing power treads off first. This is just how bad the situation's gotten for him. He feels like he needs that extra HP to even survive. Root also giving them another way into a team fight, which they're kind of lacking right now. We just see everything getting blown bottom lane.
Yep. Watched it develop from the beginning. That was an attempted gank on the Venom Night Stalker initially. Night Stalker did a good job of juking the Earth Spirit. And then once that initiation failed from the Earth Spirit, we saw the rotation coming out. And a great setup as well from Bane. Nightmaring one target, Fiend Grip in the Chaos Knight. Just beautiful setup. And the easy tower kill on top of that. So it really is just all Effect here. 8,000 net worth lead. And it just continues to be the case of no signs of that changing, really. I mean, the Invoker, he's still has a... I mean, he has 1,500 gold saved up. He's got the point booster now, at least, towards the Axe. So I guess he's doing all right here, at least recovering.
He's, like, roughly on curve for an Invoker that didn't just go off. Like, you're expecting an 11 to 12-minute Midas. Point booster by now is fairly fine, but they just don't have any traction. They can't be anywhere on this map if they don't know where all this Dire Squad is. So they're getting pinched out without even really knowing that they are. And at this point, if Effect keeps his pace up, they're going to sweep all of these towers in the next, like, 3 minutes.
Chaos Knight middle lane. He is dropping fairly good damage right here. Pops a Phantasm, just trying to run the turn with the Reaper Scythe kill. And the Sunstrike that we talked about. So Doom does fall. They did not get the Chaos Knight. He still does not have his armlet, by the way. He's actually trying to finish that at this point, but at least he stays alive there to get a little bit closer to getting it. Nightstalker's not done just yet, though. He wants to go back in and find somebody. And I think keep harassing them and find more time for this Venomancer, I guess, to just keep pushing the top lane while they're looking to fight.
He knows how much they committed there. Reaper Scythe and Ancient Apparitional both down for a little bit yet. So he's feeling pretty safe just to be very bold.
AA gets out again. The Void already used. There's that Rod of Atos debuting from the Necrophos that you mentioned. So kind of bulks him up a little bit. But yeah, going brown boots in a Rod of Atos doesn't. It feels a little weak.
Top tower is under attack.
As far as what it's bringing to the table.
Yeah, it's definitely not the explosive opening that a Veil gives you, where you can just kill people from half HP very easily.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's a top tower kill easily. And Gyrocopter, Yasha finish. He's just going to go full SNY here. He's just going combat ready build. Mask of Madness into an SNY. Kilo.
Veil bottom Veno, Doom on drums, so they've got all their team fight items ready.
Doom on drums. I think you just said that.
I did.
Drums on Doom.
Backwards. It's like a band. Doom's on the drums.
Sweet flags, though, man. Just nearby.
At least there's that.
At least Comanche has that going for them. Well, level 10 Necrophos. Chaos Knight, though, again, still no. Oh, wow. He's in trouble?
He
Nightmare? No.
Nightmare's too slow, but Grip, maybe.
Fairly instant, yeah.
Ugh. Sneaks his way out. Those get a call down committed, but extremely short cooldown on that. I just think Effect needs a group. They're in a fine spot just to barrel down mid lane, barrel down top lane. The splitting up is starting to get the kill.
Oh, Nightstalker, he gets run over here in the jungle. Bane coming over to save your teammates Syndrome and ends up dying because of it. Another Reaper Scythe kill. So Effect can't be doing that, given too many openings to the other side.
Yeah, I mean, there goes a fifth of their lead.
I get it. They're ahead.
No, but that's something. There's no reason to give that up.
True.
If you just group right now, how do you fight a Force Staff Veil level 14 Veno right now? Like, just the Poison Nova Veil alone is going to bring most of these people to half.
Where's my pension?
Chaos Knight falling back, getting ready for a Smoke Ink. Again, he has that armlet now. So try to make use of that. A little more damage that he can put out. Maxing out that Chaos Strike as well. Going in, Reality Rift pulling. They find a target, Venomancer. It's a good option. Next, the Sunstrike hits as well, and is enough for the kill, but obviously the Poison Nova going off. And now...
I mean, A is just dead just in the dots.
He is dead in the back lines. All those crits coming out. Nightstalker caught off guard by that, so at least Chaos Knight takes another target with him before dying right there. Magnetize, though. Fiend's Grip locking down the Earth Spirit, and he's going to be a Rocket Barrage down in the face right there. So numbers-wise, Effect still comes out on top, 2 for 3. As the Gyrocopter rotated in. Yeah, this Gyrocopter, he is pretty beefy right now. Already with the SNY finished. And oop, I have a pause.
Guys, we gotta remake the game.
Yeah, gotta be like, all right. So about that remake now. How hilarious would that be?
It would not be very funny. Just gonna say that.
Kind of agree, actually. Really wouldn't. No, but safe to say this game is pretty committed at this point. In effect, trying to get that 1-0 lead in this best of 3. Again, this is the important match here for the CIS region at least. Yeah, this tournament's been going on for a while. We even talked about it in our podcast show a little bit. The SkinCoin WCA and how.
And that APEC is already done.
Yeah.
And has been done for 2.5 months.
They did the Southeast Asian qualifiers first, yeah. Essentially there, so it's a little all over the place. It does feel like, but you know they are planning to represent all the regions. Essentially, and again, to be clear, this isn't a minor or major, so they're not like stuck to those rules by any means. But this is just one of those third-party events. We're watching more of the European region qualifiers essentially here. Mag, ooh, he avoids the ice blast.
Almost accidentally, the cold snap saved him there.
Jeez. He also avoided a sunstrike kind of, but in the end. Reality Rift pull-in does finish the job. Another one. Bane, nice name on himself. I guess pushed back though. I feel like every Reaper Scythe kill has been on that Bane, but now here's Gyrocopter, picks up a double kill. Just like that with that rocket barrage. Has some more to use. Invoker at least keeping away. Nice ice path put down. Nice wall even. You can see as soon as Gyrocopter enters the fray though, you turn and run. This Radiant side. So 20 minutes in though, 6,000 net worth lead. It's been higher even for effect. So Comanche is able to cool it down a little bit.
That's what they need to do right now. If they can just slow this down. Effect went so many early game tempo based items that don't scale that well. The Mask of Madness, the SNY. I mean, in reality, if they can just slow this pace for another 5-10 minutes, they might be okay.
Yeah, Chaos Knight, definitely a hero that can scale very well, and of course there's Invoker and even Necrophos. Yeah, this tri-core lineup here of Comanche. It's just about finding that room and finding the farm, but that's to the credit of Effect because of that lineup, if anything. They are just really keeping that tempo up. And gonna go for a Roshan finish here now after popping the Shrine. And this is, I feel like, Gyrocopter's big timing window as well, where especially with the BKB, that's like a trio of items right there, where he's gonna feel unstoppable at this point of the game. And Necro does port out. Wow, that was close. Just barely. Fiend's Grip though catches Invoker, so he'll dead.
Does he still die? Oh, 8 HP on the Necro in the base.
Oh, he almost did die. So wow.
The missile's still coming, baby.
Bunk
black.
Love that.
Thank you.
Can't you like force staff the missile as well? Yeah, you can like, interact with it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And I've heard about that. Like a support Gyrocopter, you get like a force staff and just like launch those in.
Yeah, you go like Yule's force and you prep the rocket, you Yule's them, and then you force staff the rocket into them.
Is it safe to say that's like the Gyrocopter peak though, is this mid-game trio of items?
Yeah. With this build, yes, for sure. This is absolutely his strongest. He's not going like Butterfly BKB Satanic, the Rapier prep build. So this is when he needs to be taking objectives, and we see they're threatening to get this tier 3 already.
They should be able to get it here. Call down's coming out. The Phantasm Army right into the call down, but they pull in Gyrocopter and they explode him. But again, he had the Aegis, so he's coming back up. Ice Blast on top with the Sunstrike. The Reader and pulling in the Reaper side. Beautiful execution from Comanche. They do lose a tower, but they get a huge kill on Gyrocopter, and very likely more out of this. Bane, he's going to fall. Off to the side, Night Stalker. Seems like he's a little too fast, and the rest should be fine, pending they just keep running.
Armlet toggle? No, he can't.
Oh, he did die to the poison, you're right. And actually, now this is a turn chance. Yeah, with Chaos Knight dying right there, Invoker all of a sudden. Could be in some trouble. He's going to doom him. Yep, he dooms the Invoker. Venomous Scale applied. There's the Infernal Blade auto attack. That should be a dead Invoker. Can they maybe deny it? Nope. Mag gets credit. And they're going to keep going to the base now. That Shrine's not going to help you, AA. He still dies. Earth Spirit 2 falls. Well, that looked like it was going to be a huge turn for Comanche. And then Chaos Knight died to the poison, and then it just fell apart.
Yeah. Very well played from Yao there. He was very low, didn't want to get caught by another Reality Rift and pop like his good friend Gyro. So from Fog just slaps a Poison Gale down or a Venomous Gale and a Plague Ward and manages to kill the CK, turning an entire fight around.
There's the joke we were looking for.
Yeah,
earlier on.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
No, but effect, they do eventually get the melee racks, and now going to be able to retreat and regroup. And again, Gyrocopter, meanwhile, has been up for a little bit here and looking to finish that actual BKB here, as he already has the Mithril Hammer picked up. Well, I'm watching that. What was that about? Where did he die? In the base. Oh, of course. Because Venomancer.
Died to Plague Wards?
Yeah,
I'm very lost.
I don't even know, because, yeah, Venomancer wasn't even nearby. Like, that must have been a Plague Ward or something. Necrophos, by the way, he's dead. Yeah, watching that develop. The Nightmare into the Fiend's Grip, and then the team support came. Now they do turn kill Night Stalker, but they just want to keep fighting here. Apparently another Nightmare on Invoker. Infernal Blade off to the side on Ancient Apparition. Effect will gladly oblige. Especially with CK being dead. That Deafening Blast didn't really do anything. It was an awkward angle. Nice takeoff. Doom goes in though. Centaur Stomp. They're just toying. They're playing with their food at this point.
Yeah, they are.
Effect. You look at the bottom lane while this is happening. So, sure, they may lose all their supporting cast, but they're going to split push bottom.
Not going to get bottom, though. Phantasm is committed to just kind of push them out. Don't want to just go ahead and face check that. Venomous Gale not quite up yet. Neither was Poison Nova.
Going to be a Shrine kill, though. Yeah, I mean, if you're Comanche here, definitely don't think this is a game that you're giving up in necessarily. Still. I mean, they still have
getting there.
It's getting there. One more rack, so, you know, depending on the situation, sure, but it's only the one rack skill so far.
True.
Invoker almost has a Yules, now finishes his development. The BKB Chaos Knight is definitely going to be huge. I mean, we've seen in these fights, like, he does insane damage. And BKB is going to be a great answer to the Venomancer, of course. Protecting him there.
Yeah. As long as Poison Nova gets on him before the BKB, though, it still ticks through, which is just going to devastate him. Like, CK is still behind the item curve. Venom's already level 8, like, after 18, so he has level 3 Poison Nova already. It's just going to do a disgusting amount of damage.
Gyrocopter pushing out bottom. He's almost level 18 himself, so that level 3 call down to come. He gets to cross the board once he does that. 1,400 gold saved up after finishing his own BKB, and there we go. Chaos Knight does take care of his. Stepping up as a popular item here. As speaking of bottom lane, they all 5 are here. Double damage on Venomancer. Effect is doing their part to try to finish this game.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Darkness
Like
comes.
DD Banana doing so much work in this building.
Are under attack. Dire's
A lot of Atos. And don't want to go too far though for your Neko, especially by yourself. What is that about? That's middle lane, Air Spirit. He dies meanwhile. I was wondering where everyone was.
That was Fiend's Grip.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
All right, so they get the bottom range, the melee, just all the Plague Wards especially.
Dire's top
Making it
tower
extra
is under
difficult,
attack.
and now
Radiant's
I
bottom
think
barracks
Effect
has
is
fallen.
in total control.
There it
Yeah,
is.
okay. They are going to call GG, so your game well played's called. And it will be a victory for Effect. So congratulations for them. Pretty one-sided victory. I mean, they were really dominant from the get-go. At first nighttime, it seemed like. Just did not turn back. So, well played.
Yeah, pretty much. They took tempo, took control of the game, and just ruined the entire team fight setup. Like, we saw glimpses of what it can do when people got, you know, just CC'd into just getting exploded by Sunstrike, AL, Reaper Scythe. But all in all, it couldn't all come together for Comanche. We'll have to see if they can tweak it a little bit for game number 2.
Okay, so a lot of the admins know that the game is finished, so and who won there. So they can get that figured out now, and hopefully for game 2, get right into it. Ticketed lobby and everything good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, though, the SkinCoin WCA event here will continue. Game number 2, Effect versus Comanche. Again, winner moves on to this main event here of these group stages. What is the European region qualifiers Type !SkinCoin in chat for more information, but also skincoin.org. It is a new cryptocurrency on the esports market here, and you can trade it in for your favorite Dota 2 and even CSGO skins. Look forward to taking advantage of it being new especially. So, again, that's skincoin.org. Check it out. Also running a giveaway that you'll find by typing, I believe it's ! giveaway in chat, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's !SkinCoin as well. One of those two. Anyways, guys, we're going to game 2. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.